Greetings, all you Patreon subscribers. Welcome back to MotoWorks TV. Welcome back to MotoWorks. Thanks for tuning in. We've got a wonderful little short vlog post for you today. A little bit of thinking outside the box. Should be pretty neat. Let's get to it. We have in the shop right now early 80s BMW twin that's getting a throwout bearing, and as a result the gearbox is out, and we're going to be making an update to its shift linkage. This is what the factory employed for many years. This little rod right here connects to the shift lever, so the upward and downward movement of your boot on the shifter to make those gear changes, transferring those inputs to the shift arm and the shift shaft to make that gear change based on your foot's movement. And it's not a bad design, but a little bit loose and a little bit floppy under even the best of circumstances. And as it wears, of course, it becomes looser yet and is less confidence inspiring for those downshifts. So later in the decade, they move away from this arrangement to this really cool arrangement, this ball, pin, and socket arrangement. Think of that kind of like the ball at the top of your femur in your hip. And in addition to it being a much more tighter, less floppy arrangement, it's really neat in that this center threaded rod is a left-hand thread on one side and a right-hand thread on the other. So once installed, you can rotate that rod to make this linkage longer or shorter, thereby adjusting the shifter height to suit the height of the rider or personal preferences, that kind of thing. So it's a really much the improved system. And that's one of the points we wanted to make today is when you're doing an older machine, oftentimes the factory will implement an upgrade or a change to the way things are done, and oftentimes they are backward compatible to earlier machines. And this is an excellent example of that. But we're not really here about a BMW history lesson per se. What we wanted to talk about today was the idea of deploying, deploying tools in a way that's outside of what you might commonly think of them. And to install this, you could, of course, hold that socket and find a way to position that ball pin to knock it in. But you don't want to get off course and you don't want to booger up the threads. So what you can do is you take a socket off your socket rail and size it appropriately for whatever the work might be, and it becomes a fixture of sorts. So that guy goes in vise, and now we have a means to hold the ball pin the way that we would like to do so, and with a dab of high pressure grease, which is what you want to use on these anyway, it facilitates the installation, but it's also what you want on there anyway. So a little dab of high pressure grease, and we can position the socket over with the exact alignment that we want to, and then with a small mallet, you know, when I nod my head, you hit it kind of thing, and Bob's your uncle. So that's our cool thing for this week. We hope to see you again very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. All right, have a good one. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Cheers.